Well, welcome back to our second semester. This is a class for the 9th of January, our first day of school back. And the first thing we did was actually, when we were looking at the prayer for study and engagement, we looked at the word right here, Torah Techa Lishma, or Torah Lishma. And I said to two seniors when they walked in about 6 minutes early to class, I said, "Oh my goodness, you guys are true Torah Lishma students, right? You have already gotten into college. You're a second semester senior, and yet you are here before everyone else. So what does Torah Lishma mean? It's actually a little bit like what is written right here, which says, make our studying sweet, let our engagement be not for rewards or praise or good grades, but for the sake of learning the great truths of the world. Torah Lishma means studying Torah for its own sake, studying Torah not because I'm going to get rich, not because I'm going to get a good grade, not because I'm doing it to please anyone but myself, and to kind of to strengthen the relationship between me and Hashem, me and God. So Torah Lishma is our first term of the year, and your first question is write me three English sentences that use the words Torah Lishma in it. So that is questions number 1, number 2, and number 3. Sorry, just writing down what we are. Okay, so we spoke today pretty much about the what we're going to be doing from now until January 25th. And actually, before I do that, let me get question number 4. Why is Emily Rockwell's existence in our class the best example of Torah Lishma? That's question number 4. So you got the first 4 questions are right there. Now, we spent most of the day talking about this program, which is happening on the 25th of January, called Roots and Shoots Yom Iyun. The word Iyun means means in depth. I'll talk about that word a little bit more tomorrow. You don't need to know that right now. Um, so what's going to be happening on January 25th is we have about 30 different classes being taught by students or by students and teachers, about student-teacher pairs or teachers alone. They're teaching classes that in some way have to do with roots and shoots. It's a 30-minute class, taught twice, and everyone in our class is teaching I'll explain that in a minute. But first, the words Tu B'Shvat, and where did it come from? Well, in Masechet Rosh Hashanah, which is in the Seder Moed holidays, Rosh Hashanah is right here. And the very first chapter, very first Mishnah says the following: Arba'a Roshei Shanim Hem. There are not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Rosh Hashanahs during the year. Of course, the main one that you know about is the first of Tishrei. The first of Tishrei is the Rosh Hashanah of the years, and of the Shmitas, and of the Yovels, and of planting, and of veggies. So for question number 5, what is Shemitah? And question number 6, what is Yovel? Shemitah is sabbatical year. Yovel is Jubilee. So if you don't remember what those are, look them up so you know what this Rosh Hashanah is all about the counting years, counting Shemitahs, and counting Yovels. Okay. After that, we have something called Rosh Hashanah La'ilan, Rosh Hashanah for the trees. And you see below that there is a debate or a machloket, right? Machloket is a debate between Rabbi Shammai and Beit Hillel. They're each going to give an answer. By the way, which one are we going to agree with in the end when it's a machloket between Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel? That's question number 7. And let's look at what that machloket is. Machloket is when actually is the Rosh Hashanah for the trees. Beit Shammai says it's on the first of the month of Shvat, Jewish month of Shvat. Beit Hillel says it's on the 15th of the Jewish month of Shvat. So now we have, and we know we go by the 15th, but Chamisha Asar Bishvat is not the name of this holiday. The name of this holiday is called Tu Bishvat. So how did we get that? So enter the great, interesting idea of gematria. What is gematria? Gematria is where numbers equal letters. And so we see Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Daled, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud. And by the way, what is number 11? That's your question number 8. Question and number 11 is 10 plus 1. So it's Yud Aleph. You put the bigger number first, Yud Aleph. So do me a favor for question number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So for question number 9, I'd like you to write out what is number 12, question number 10, number 13 in Gematria, 11, number 14 in Gematria, 12, number 15 in Gematria, 13, number 16 in Gematria, 14, number 17 in Gematria. Okay? Now, you'll if you did this the way I think you did this, you will have put for number 15 Yud and Hey, and for number 16 you will put Yud and Vav. But there's a problem with that. The word Yud Hey is a name of God, Yah, and that is a big no-no. And also Yud and Vav, since those have letters that have the name of God, that's also a big no-no. So we have to change those. So instead of making 15 10 plus 5. What could we do? That's question number 15. What could we do instead of calling it 10 plus 5? What's another way we can get to 15? Another way we can get to 15 is 9 plus 6. So if 9 plus 6 is the way we get to 15, what are the two gematria numbers we get for that? That's question number 16. And what is the sound of if we were to read those letters together? Question number 17 is what's the sound? And the sound of tet and vav together, of course, is oo. By the way, what is for number 18? What is the right way of doing number 8? Doing 16, we would do 9 plus 7 is 16. So after 2 comes Taz, and after Taz comes Yud Zayin for 17. So 15, 16, 15 and 16 are strange. We do something strange with gematria in order not to write the name of God or use letters that are in the name of God. All right, so that's how we get the name Tu Bishvat, the 15th day of the month of Shvat. And so again, here is this Tu Bishvat experience. You'll notice up here different groups, and look at that. This video is from Melissa and Ella, and actually you guys are working, or right, you guys are working together. Melissa and Lior are working together for this project, and so what we did today was we looked at these terms, roots and shoots, and kind of looked at them not just as environmental ideas, but also looked at metaphors. So your question number 19 is, give me kind of an idea of what maybe the idea roots might actually mean, roots as metaphor. And number 20 is shoots as metaphor. Okay, so great. And again, you'll see here's the schedule for that Thursday. There's a G period. Then everyone gets the classes they signed up for. Then they go to session 1 and session 2, and you'll teach both of these as a group together. And there will be a teacher who will be assigned to your room as well that will kind of help with some crowd control, but you should expect about 14, 15 students for your class. What we're doing today, we're going to be spending until the 25th time in class working on our teaching experiences. Hopefully, if we finish early, we'll get a chance to kind of share them with the class as well, do some trial runs. But for today, the goal was to give you two roots, one root idea and one shoot idea, using two of my favorite pieces, one of my favorite pieces of Talmud and one of my favorite Rashi comments. So here we go. The roots piece, and by the way, if you want to use these and no one else has chosen them, one of these you can use for your own teaching thing. The first one comes from Bava Metzia. It's a story about Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish, page daf 84, Amud Aleph. Here's the story itself. I'm going to let you kind of read it. So you might want to pause this video to read this part of the story. Here's the next page. And here's the next page. And my question to you is, and this is question number 21, is I showed you this story as the roots of, and fill in the blank. What is this showing the roots of? Like if you were making a title of this play, you might call it the roots of blank. And what would that blank be? Okay. And by the way, it's true fact that Reish Lakish was a gladiator. He was not Jewish, and then converts in because of some kind of interaction he has with Rabbi Yochanan, and with the idea of marrying Rabbi Yochanan's sister. Okay, so okay, the second piece is I'm calling a shoots piece, and it comes from a part of the Torah, the parsha called Truma, and so we just actually started this new part of the Torah. We were up till now, we've been up till winter break. We were in the book of Breshit, which talks about creation of the world and the growing of this family, Jewish family that God is in some way in relationship with, and then eventually the transfer of that family all the way to Egypt. Then they're slaves in Egypt at the beginning of the book of Exodus, and they go ahead and then once they become free, God comes to them and says, build me a house. This is what that house looks like. It's called the Mishkan. Here it is. And here is it when it's working, right? So God is kind of shows God's presence by having like a cloud of fire or smoke. So here is the piece of Torah. And Rashi is going to have a question. So question number 23 is, what do you think? Give me two ideas of what 23 is A, 23B. Two ideas of what Rashi's question might be about this. Okay, and question number 24 is here is the thing that Rashi had as his question. He had a question about the words acacia wood. And what do you think his question is about acacia wood? Okay, and here's his question. His question is, they're in the desert. Where do they get trees from? And here is the answer. So read the answer. And 25 is summarize the answer. And 26 is tell me why I chose this as for the idea of shoots. Okay, you can send me your answers via email for full credit for today's class. All right, thank you.